Let me
Bump,
ask you this.
bump, bump. Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Woo! I don't know. Riffing there. Bars. I'm dropping bars like Bronson. Welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. I'm Tom. It's Sunday night. It's Sunday Night Hangout, October 28th. Incidentally, the last night of the Arizona State Fair. Why that's relevant, who cares? Anywho, we got some Sunday Night Football coming up a little while. Right now, we're getting ready for the Game 5 of the World Series. I am joined tonight by good buddy in front of the program, Cubby Knoll. James, what's going on, buddy?
What up?
Hey. Hey-o!
Hey-o.
So, people may have noticed we haven't had a lot of hanging out and Sunday nights and anything. It's like on life support. It being FSAA, right? James, you said cut the cord.
Yeah.
You told me to cut the cord.
Shut it down now.
This is Walt down at Nakatomi. Yeah, shut it down. Shut it down now. And I'll take issue with that. I feel like you've told me a million times, like get busy, do something, you got to do something. So, I'm like, I'm doing something.
It, baby.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Get busy living, get busy dying.
Yeah, I'm an institutional man. It's okay, Bubba. No, we're hanging out Sunday night. We got Bow Tie Guy on Fox.
Oh, Rosenthal.
Yeah, look at my bow tie. It's like bigger than his head. It's like a Pee Wee Herman bow tie. Like, it looks like, yeah. It looks like a comedy bow tie. And then, of course, we got, Football Night in America, Mike Tirico. We're going to get this game, though. Tonight is Red Sox. Hopefully going to beat the Dodgers. Let's talk about this. Why are we hoping that, James?
Because this is shaping up to be one of the more intriguing off seasons with all the high-profile free agents.
I don't know if you can hear the friction. There's fire starting from the hands that are rubbing for all the baseball fans, or fantasy baseball fans anyways, because we're looking for free agency, the offseason, the winter meetings.
Yeah, I mean, the landscape could change quite a bit with some of these signings. I mean, obviously, Macho and Harper, and you got Pollock and Donaldson and a slew of others, Kershaw, but he'll probably stay with the Dodgers. But anyways, Patty Corbin, I mean, this is the stuff, if your team's out of it already, you've probably been thinking about, like, is my team going to go after any of these guys? Curious to see, or if they don't, where they land and what that means for, fantasy implications. Just remember when Stanton was moved, everyone blew their load, remember?
Yep.
Like, oh, he's going to Yankee Stadium. He's going to hit like 60 home. Well, he didn't. But that was so exciting at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I remember when someone had a layover of like his homers on at Yankee Stadium, and I forgot. Actually, remember we were surprised because it actually looked pretty even. Like the difference was negligible.
Like spread all over the field. Yeah.
So
you gotta share it with everybody in the stands.
But that's always fun, just seeing where they land and like what that means going next year. I mean, we saw it with who's another guy, Yelich, another great example.
Yellow boy.
Yeah, when he went to the Brewers, like, okay, he got out of that shithole. He's in a good ballpark, good lineup. I mean, no one saw him crushing 30-something homers, but
we
knew his offense would go up.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be there.
So that'll be a lot of fun keeping a track where everyone's going.
You have any projections yet? What about this Macho guy, Macho Man?
Macho. I didn't realize this because I don't watch much AL East baseball, coincidentally, but I didn't realize he was such a punk bitch, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, with the I'm just going to step on your ankle.
And then, people have pointed out years ago when he threw the bat at Donaldson or the pitcher or some nonsense.
Yeah.
And just like, I swung and missed and, launched his bat.
Oops, I lost it.
Oops. But, I mean, make no mistake. If you're a team that's in a position to acquire him, you don't complain if they do get him. I mean, he's still,
that's true.
Top-notch player. But for me,
you got to jackass.
and probably for a lot of fans, like I'm not going to say no to Macho, but my preference has always been Harper. Now it's especially Harper with these fucking clown shenanigans.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have, like, at least, I mean, they both play hard, but, like, there's playing hard and dirty, and then there's playing hard and Harper, which is just like, I mean, it's a clown question, bro.
It's a clown question, bro. Do you remember what that question was?
He was under 21, and they were asked, like, I think the Nationals made the postseason, or we're about to make the postseason or something. Maybe it was World. I don't know what it was, but they asked him, like, are you going to enjoy the champagne celebration or something like that?
Yeah.
You're going to drink beer? And he's like, clown question, bro.
Yeah,
because one, he's underage, and two, he's Mormon.
Yeah, he was brought up Mormon, yeah.
Yeah, so he's probably like, you idiot. Like, hello, it's a big part of my story, dum-dum. Yeah, so again, clown question, bro. That's a perfect response. What you said of that, baby?
Yeah, and they're already. I mean, you have no direction you want to go, right? We're just shooting the shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep shooting.
Fair enough.
On Harper, the reports you've probably seen Boris or whoever it was say the starting point will be 10 years, 350 mil. I still don't think he gets that. I don't think he gets that, to be honest.
You don't think he gets 10, 350?
I think he could get 10 years, but I'm thinking more like 300. I don't know. Like, I just think after the Stanton contract, no, granted that was a few years ago, but that was 13 years for 325.
Yeah.
And you're already seeing he's a good player, but there's no way he's coming close to living up to that. So,
yeah, but I mean,
I think some teams might be reticent.
Star value, it's the name value, it's the panache, especially for a big market team.
Well, yeah, it's not just on field. You're not just acquiring him for on field. It's all the other ancillary shit.
Yeah, you get. I mean, there's other revenue, obviously.
Yeah, he's a good face, especially when you're a team about starting launching a network. He's a good kind of personality to have. Yada yada.
You mean like the Cubs?
Yeah, I do, but any other team, but So I don't know. Maybe he gets 350. I just don't think like to say that's a starting point. I don't know. I think
he'll get
maybe a bit of gamesmanship. Like if that's a starting 350, like literally, then you got to think the winning bid's got to be 400. And I know initially a lot of people thought that would be what it would take to acquire him.
At least 400, yeah.
But his stuff's kind of unfolded, and like you get a better judgment on value of players. Like 400, I think he probably gets in the 300s. I just don't think it's going to be that. Whoa, he got insane 450. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I don't know. I mean, I could see like if there's a team with a lot of cash to splash, I could see. I mean, we were joking about it, but I think Ryan and I may have talked about it in the past. I wouldn't be surprised to see 10-5, like 500 million. Like he, I think name value is worth that. Like it's not about like how many wins. I mean, that is part of it, obviously, but again, here's a kid who's going to be productive at least the length of that contract, and maybe he drops off a little bit, but like it's not like we're talking about Albert Pujols here, where Poopy all of a sudden just literally fell off the map. The only reason
the Angels were dumb and gave him a 10-year deal?
Well, yeah.
But when he was already in his 30s, like
and here's the thing: in his
quotes.
30s, like there's really a question about how Pujols. What's his age? What's his age again?
Yeah.
Poopy. Wow, I can't believe I just made like a Albert Pujols Blink-182 thing. That's dumb.
Yeah,
you should try harder next time, baby. Yeah, I don't know if you're watching. Who's watching football? Who's watching baseball tonight? I mean, we got Saints and Vikings. Pretty decent. Something to look forward to here.
It's a good matchup.
But we got Boston's already up 2.
Really?
You're watching the series. Yes, this shit's pretty much in the bag. Bag.
Yeah, I wonder who went yard. Do you know?
I believe it was
that early.
Oh,
really?
No, you know what? I'm not sure. I'll have to pull that back up. My box score just disappeared. Why'd you go?
I got it. Yeah, it was Pierce home run.
Yeah. So again, I was
He's
like,
hitting
"That's
third.
the bald guy."
What world do we live in? Where are we when Steve Pearce is hitting third in the Red Sox lineup in the World Series?
I mean,
Like-
he's always
Like
had the
everybody saw
power.
that coming.
Well, listen, the Red Sox are one of those teams where it's just like you're like Steve Pearce, and then he's on the Red Sox, and the Red Sox are like, oh yeah, Steve Pearce.
I can recall these past probably 2 fantasy seasons, like in deeper leagues, looking at wires, and I've always early in the season be like, well, Steve Pearce has got a really good hard contact rate or whatever, something like that. Like, good, but it just kind of never really panned out. I know he had that one kind of good year in Baltimore. He hit like 20 home runs or something, but
yeah, and he was like,
he was always like,
too.
yeah, he's always like waiver wire fodder in like deeper leagues.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
He's a classic quad A player that's like streaky, flash in the pan, not flashing, but you know what I mean. Like, he's good for a couple of weeks at a time. Hopefully, you ride him while he's hot. You know what he is? He's like one of those ultimate cheap daily fantasy players.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what a Steve Pearce. Now, I keep thinking about this with the D-backs and like, whoa, are they going to trade Goldschmidt? I don't know what the hell they're doing signing Eduardo, but again, it was cheap, but like, hopefully it's for trade fodder. But
Goldie to the Red Sox.
Goldie to the Red Sox really, like, because Red Sox have, for as good as their major league club is, they have some minor league talent that would look real nice in D-backs uniform if we were going to trade Goldschmidt. So that'd be a team I'd like them to trade with potentially. And look at that fit. Oof.
Yeah, that would
Goldie
be
on the Sox, man. Imagine that.
He's just so it was Kershaw that gave it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Playoff Kershaw. I'm gonna have to go ahead.
Yeah, hey, old man Kershaw.
He's actually quieted some of the playoff critics over the last, like when you look at his stats. But
yeah,
here's another opportunity where people can just jump all over him again. Yeah. And so I'm gonna take that opportunity to troll him right now with the Twitter.
You might as well. I mean, we got
it's that it's that baseball card with Bozo T Clown.
Oh God,
I love it. Okay, I just labeled it playoff Kershaw.
They got him side by side. Pierce is just acting like a professional, and
Macho.
Kershaw's all like, he's upset. Macho's batting fourth. They got Muncy fifth. Max Muncy, that funky
Muncy.
And Barnes is catching tonight. He's gonna get flipped and shifted all over the place. All right. So speaking of bad playoff record pitchers, we have David Price pitching also.
Yeah, he did well last time, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, just classically, and I think, yep, first pitch taken yard.
Who did?
David Freese just took Price yard. First pitch.
Oh well.
First pitch, home run, ding dong. Okay, that was David Freese's second home run this season. I don't think that said postseason. I think it said this season. Wow. Now, Freese, known for being clutch. Where's Andrew when you need him? Let's get some Andrew up in here. He's missing in action lately. Andrew, where you at, buddy? Yeah, I think David Price's beard just got slightly gray. You know how it's all gray at the ends? I think it actually just got slightly grayer with that one pitch. Poor guy.
That was a solo shot that you said leading off, right?
But again, back to David Freese, right? Used to be like never a very great fantasy player again. I mean, he had a couple of worthwhile seasons, but remember all those clutch like postseason like home runs and plays? And I mean, good for the Cards, I mean. And then he just sort of disappeared. And now he just took David Price yard on the first pitch of the game for Price. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm going to have a little Gatorade, just sippy sip. That was cool. I'm done for the night. I can just kick back. I did my job. Look at the beards here. There's so much beard action. There's a lot of facial hair with the Dodgers and the Red Sox. It's just like flow, flow. Speaking of flow, are you flowing this November?
Yeah, I'm gonna start letting it ride.
There you go. You should try to get a Max Muncy, or not a Max Muncy, a fucking Justin Turner.
Justin Turner.
Yeah, I want to see you gotta just like big old Santa beard. Great, just wide. Get one of those wide cut ones. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like an upside down fro. I don't know.
I saw that Steven Pierce home run was off of a 92.
Yeah.
So Kershaw.
Velocity.
Yeah, Velo's not what it once was. It's
Not.
more low 90s than mid 90s. Of course, he was never like fireball or like 96, 97 type guy.
No, but he always had quality
But
command, and at
still.
least a decent, strong fastball, especially to go with his other pitches. Whoa! Now I got the Saints game on. Nice. That was exciting. Yay!
Yeah, someone tweeted Kershaw's given up more runs in the World Series in the last 3 minutes than Bumgarner has in his career.
Wow. Now, what do you think about Bumgarner? We talked about him being like just busted fucking bullshit this year. You think he's done, or you think he makes a comeback? I mean, he's still like surprisingly young. You think of him.
There's a lot of innings on that arm.
Well, there's a lot of innings in Kershaw's arm too.
And you're seeing that velo go down.
Yeah, I just wonder. Like,
I don't think Mad Bum's just gonna suck, but
yeah,
his days as an ace are definitely behind him. I think.
How do you feel about Kershaw? You think he's still an ace?
Yes.
Okay.
Without minus the strikeouts, though. The strikeouts aren't going to be what they were, but I think he still puts up ace ratios.
Okay. Get you
by that I mean like sub 3 ERA.
Yeah.
Great whip and W's with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to my knowledge, I haven't looked recently, but I think he was still getting a good ground ball rate, and I think his like xFIP and stuff like that were very, very good. So, I think he's still an ace. Just strikeouts are going to come down. He's just not going to dominate. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
People think because Kershaw's bar is set so high. Instead of having like an ERA around 2 or sometimes even under, like he's had
2 sometimes.
So now it might be Kershaw sucks, and then you look up and next year his season ERA will be like 2.8.
Yeah.
So I would take him over Bum, and it's not even close.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not suggesting that.
No.
Head of a.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying, if you're thinking which older ace, Kershaw easily
retains ace. Mad Bum's hopefully a number 2. Who does number 2 work for?
Number 2.
All right, so Macho's hitting here. Let's see if he steps on Pierce again.
Yes, you do.
I keep saying, man, if I was Pierce hit that 2-run shot, like again, he's done his job for the night technically. If Macho stepped on my shit again, I'd break his fucking nose.
I couldn't blame him. Couldn't blame him.
Well, I was gonna say it reminds me of Odor. Remember, like he waited like half a year to get what's his name, Bautista back for the bat flip. Yeah, like the ridiculous bat flip. What was that? The AL championship, or was it division?
It might have been divisional.
Okay,
remember.
Yeah. So you guys all remember that, the big loud crack. Whee!
Ridiculous.
And then Odor waits until like fucking June or something like that, and just smashes Bautista. Waited for him too, like a spider. Yeah, come on over to second base.
And not so surprisingly, there's reports saying the Yankees are the favorites to land Macho, which makes a lot of sense given
obviously
money and
they got the do-re-mi
and their the need.
The need. Well, the need for a shortstop or third base. Well, no, I mean
really shortstop. Gregorius is out all year next year.
Oh, you know what? Actually, that is. I just thought of something to add on there. We've all known this, but I just thought of it. Let's talk about it. Macho's big thing was play me at shortstop. I want to be a shortstop. Hey, going to the Yankees.
Yeah.
Right, Didi, you said
is out.
Right,
I think
Didi's out for the
year, and he's a free agent after next off season. So
so
makes a lot
of
makes sense. Even though I think Macho defensively, like a lot of people have already noted,
he's a third base.
Is nowhere near the third baseman. He is, and he's probably not going to age well.
No,
playing shortstop
defensively, yeah, he'll end up third, first, DH, somewhere in the out. I don't know. It'll be like A-Rod, eventually, right? Like A-Rod was a pretty capable shortstop when he came from Texas, but As
Yeah,
he aged,
eventually he
obviously, he was
moved.
much more of a third baseman. And of
Yeah.
course, you don't fucking move Jeter, so.
No.
But Didi's no G. Well, I mean, who was it? God, what's his name? The guy that's dead. He was GM of the Padres and GM for the D-backs for a minute.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, God, he was he died of cancer like a year or two ago. And it was like kind of sudden and quiet. But he was like the GM from the Kirk Gibson. He was the guy that always talked about grit and grind. And he made some ridiculous trade to get Didi. I forget what it was at the time. Everybody was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "No, I see like, I see a young Derek Jeter when I see this kid." And he was like this no-name prospect. Like I forgot what we traded. I think maybe was it the Justin Upton trade? Maybe I don't know. And of course, we got absolutely nothing out of Didi here in Arizona. But then he goes to New York and he's like a young Derek Jeter.
Yeah. He goes to New York and starts pulling the ball an insane amount of times.
Yeah.
Hits home runs at that stadium.
I mean, he was a decent shortstop when he was here, but again, dude just couldn't hit his way out of a wet paper bag. So,
Gosh,
I just want to throw out a reminder here. This is Sunday Night Hangout, 1028. It's Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous for bringing the Hangouts back. I'm joined by my friend Cubby Knoll, James. Hey, yeah, we're gonna get the Sunday Night Hangouts going again. We're hoping to watch the World Series end so we can take the nice long month we deserve between our fantasy seasons. Probably you're playing hoops. The third week of the season coming up, I believe, and football. God, if your football teams are doing like, I don't know, it's a mixed bag for me this year. How's your football team doing, James?
I'm in third. I do have the most points, but I'm just in third.
Isn't that always weird? Like I've been in first with like very few points sometimes, and then I've been like you're saying third with the most points, and it's like it's just sort of an odd correlation, you know?
Yeah, that's why I've just been so turned off by fantasy football. There's just not enough of a season of enough sample size of games to kind of even things out as you go. Because just 2 weeks ago, I was in sixth with the most points.
Okay, so, sixth with the most points. Wow.
Yeah, and now I'm third, and so I'm doing all right. It's a 10-team league, so it's kind of just casually picking up all these good people that are available if I ever take the time to look. But I don't know my team. Like again, it's 10 teams, so it's a little more stacked than your 12 or deeper.
Okay.
But yeah, I got like Rodgers. I never take QB early, but I just didn't care, so I did. So I got like Rodgers, Elliott, Devontae Adams, Tariq Hill. Those are my heavy hitters.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Playoff Kershaw, I love it. I just saw your tweet. It's beautiful.
The playoff, Bozo T Clown.
Yep, I love it. I love it. I just retweeted that. Speaking of Twitter, just if you guys are joining us, James at CUBBYNOLE, Cubby Knoll.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm at letter S, the word double letter A, FSAA. That's Twitter. But speaking of Twitter, you got, well, I guess YouTube as well. You got spotted.
Yes, did.
You did. Look at that. Like, guy watches your YouTube channel and spots you around town. Tell us that story, because that's interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Like, I don't even have a big channel. I think I have less than 1,000 followers. Of course, I don't make videos hardly ever anymore. Maybe a few times this year I've made some. But, yeah, I was coming back from the Florida State Clemson game, which, golly, let's not even get into that. Leaving
No, you were like, yeah, this is Walt down at Nakatomi.
Yeah. Well, no, when I went there, I posted on Twitter, I think, how I felt buying tickets the week Clemson was named like a 17-point favorite or something.
Oh, geez.
And I equated it to the Good Will Hunting scene when when Sean and Will are talking about his abusive father. And he's like, he used to come home and just tell me to choose, belt, stick, or a wrench, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then Sean's like, I think I'd go with the belt there, Chief. He was like, well, I went the wrench. Why the wrench? Because fuck him, that's why. So that was how I felt buying Clemson tickets. Like I could go to Clemson game, Boston College, or the Gators remaining. Yeah, I think I'll go with the wrench. I think I'll go
Yeah,
with
there you go.
Clemson.
Just
But
a
anyway, glutton for punishment. But
yeah.
so on the way back, we stop at a gas station. I'm in line. This guy eyeballing me a little bit. I'm like, do I have something on my face or something? Like,
Giving you the creep eye.
yeah, do I have like something on me? Did I spill some beer on me? Like, what's going on? And then he reproaches me.
Oh God, were you like Seinfeld? What was it when like Kesha came up and he's like,
Yeah, yeah. And so he comes out. He's like, "Hey, man, you make videos about Florida State on YouTube, like Cubby Knoll." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." He goes, "Oh, great, man." He goes, "I watch all your videos. I think they're great, man. I can't wait to see what you have to say about this game." I go,
God.
and I go, "Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching." He goes, "No problem, man." He goes, "Thank you," and then shakes my hand, and I'm just like
awesome,
on the inside, like,
geeking out, like,
yeah. And
there's
it's,
like a little squeal, like,
yeah. And ultimately,
that's awesome, dude.
It's not like I'm sitting here like bragging about that. It's just cool,
Yeah, absolutely. No, recognition. I mean, again, you should be excited about that. Like, dude, I wish. I mean, again, like my channel's pretty much fallen off the map as well. But like, dude, I wish we've got more of a wide audience. Yours is a little more, local. But like, I wish somebody would be like, "Are you that like, apoplectic Tom, or are you Fantasy Satan or something?" I'd be like, "All right,
yeah,
you
it was just cool,
Yeah,
so
no, it's just a little attaboy, and again, like commonality.
You can't run back. That's clever.
Which is good. Ladies going crazy. Kids are playing. We said dogs are barking. Now we say kids are playing. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh man. Speaking of kids playing, I can't just like this football game's. Yeah, it's been okay. I mean, I can't decide which game I want to watch. I mean, we're a little like burnout on baseball, and I hate to say that like that, but it's not like that exactly. But right, let's be honest. We played since November.
Yeah, well, we didn't have an off season, so if you're really thinking back,
your draft would start tomorrow. Technically, if we were redoing what we did last year.
Yeah. If you think back, let's go back to the 2017 season. I mean, I think for most of us, we just kind of started out like you normally would, drafting in March.
Yeah, it's March.
Okay. So we went all through March, all the way through the end of September for fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we of course, watching playoffs.
Yep.
And then the World Series ends November 1st. We do a dynasty draft. And then we do mocks.
Months.
Yeah, that took a month to do that draft. And in December, we took a little bit of a hiatus. But when we came back from that hiatus, it was just mock drafts, talking to analysts on Twitter and just chatting it up and
getting into the expert league
all the way through spring training. So it pretty much has been from like March 2017 till this past September.
Jesus. We need this 2 months off.
You know what I mean? So basically like a year and a half.
Jesus.
If you really go back and think.
That's sick. There's something wrong with us. That's just sick and twisted.
So it has been. I this past week I started thinking about baseball, like missing it a little bit. I'm like, I hadn't before this week, but I'm like, damn it, really miss seeing when the Cubs play or setting my lineup. But on the other token, I'm like, no, this break is needed.
Nice.
So, yep, we'll pick it back up in December.
Well, we have. Somebody commented. I don't know what they said. I would like. Oh, somebody commented on a video.
Oh, a different video.
I don't know what that was. Whatever. I get these notifications. I don't know why. I don't like them. Go away, notification. Anyways, we got a couple people hanging out right now. If you want to chime in the chat, you got any fantasy football, fantasy basketball, or just general sports talk you want to chime in with, feel free. Or just say, hey, it's just Cubby and I hanging out, bullshitting because it's Sunday night. This is what we do. Sunday night hangouts, bullshit hour. We're just dipping our toes back into the hangout waters, right? Because, well, we missed you. Where you been? Everybody's gone. Like, I mean, honestly, like it's been a while since we had a hangout where like, you know, J Money's hanging out in the chat or JD. I mean, this is like, I hate to say it, guys, Triss is gone. The party's on, okay? Like Triss is gone, party's on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we got no reason to be hiding out. But yeah. We'll get the hangouts going. We don't have to go forever tonight. I mean, if you want to have a little discussion, feel free.
Yeah. I'm gonna hop off and I'll hop back in.
Okay, no worries. See, people just come and go. That's what a Sunday
Cool,
night
man.
hangout's about. Later,
See you in a
James.
little bit.
Talk to you in a bit, Cubby. Yeah, we're just hanging out. So if you want to join the hangout and chat, I can send hangout links. Just let me know. I know sometimes we're joined by Jose and our good buddy Bronson, and occasionally Keenan if we can find him. But let's just do a little rundown here. I'll show you guys this just while we're filling time here, watching our two games. We got, nice pass. I believe the Vikings just scored a touchdown. I'm not positive. And of course, we got, World Series Game 5. Hopefully Red Sox are going to get it all. All right. Sharing the Fantrax window. You guys see that? This is Fantrax. Some of you probably don't know what Fantrax is, but Fantrax is a fantasy sports platform like ESPN or Yahoo. And this is where we play our fantasy sports. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check in on the FSAA Football League right now. And we're going to see the standings. Here I am. Not good. But I believe Jose. And, well, look at this. I mean, we got a lot of 5 and 2s. So this is going to be, it's going to be an interesting... Wow, 29 points. I must have something very wrong with my point settings. Like, look how many points Jose and J Money, like, what, or I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what it is. Is everybody on a bye week and I forgot my roster because of that damn, yep. Damn it. Well, I mean, again, JD's not doing a whole hell of a lot better, but oops, this team needs a lot of work. So forgive my ugly team. Yes. Everybody with a 5 and 2 record. Angry Joe, welcome back from the dead. He's back. I don't know if you know who Angry Joe is, but it's good to have him back. And he's just slightly losing to Andrew. Andrew from Fantasy Aid, where you at, buddy? Keenan's down here. Yeah, look at this. I mean, this is... And Pete. We got no Pete action. Pete ran away with the baseball leagues this year, but yeah, he's not too far out. He's fine. He's like me. This is still very close. But it's like James said, there's just not enough season. There's not enough sample size. We've got a couple of basketball leagues here. We didn't do the redraft leagues. I'm just going to keep them around for next year. I think we were all just a little bit late transferring over to tracks, and hopefully you have other redraft leagues this year. Sorry about that. And I think just momentum ran out. A lot of people were like, I don't know. But let's just check in on our Dynasty League. How's that doing? How's the Dynasty League? Let's talk about that. Again, week 2. Not a whole lot of things to talk about. But let's just check the free. Oh, look, we can see let's just see who's in the free agent pool, huh? I'm going to start streaming, I think I've decided. This is kind of fun because I have an extra roster spot. Let's take a look. Yep. Now, all right. So here's the thing. Let me show people this. This is going to be out of place, but this is, if you're wondering how to check like your daily stats or whatever. Like, I don't know. See, lineup didn't get set. But if you're like, how do I check what my team did today? You just check your scoring period, which could be this week, or in this case, basketball is daily. You check today. Today's period is Sunday, October 28th. It's the 13th day of the season. Yada, yada. You set period and then tracked. And look. Wow. Dennis Smith. Not too much to write home about except for some points. So hopefully that was something you could use. I don't know. But yeah, basketball's a little too early to be like, woo, let's talk about a whole lot of things that don't matter. I mean, there's a few free agent pickups. Somebody was asking about dropping, God, who was it? I don't know. It's been a long week. But you don't have to, I mean, don't be gun shy here. Like, you don't have to be like married to bench players or guys you picked up right after the draft right now. Okay. You fiddle around. Feel free to please help yourself. Have a little something. What do we have here? Yep. Bronny's been setting bad trades. Big Bronson brand. Look at this. And then here I am again. Oh, but week 1. That was my score. These are the clone teams, League of Evil and NBA Dynasty. Well, at least this one's managed to be set. Let's just check the scoring for today. Period. Tracked. Track your period. And that's a whole lot of we're waiting for basketball to start. Of course, here's Phoenix losing, as they should, but it is a tough time to be an Arizona sports fan right now. Now, these are our MLB leagues. All of them are not all of them are imported. Some of them have not switched over. Let's talk about Cubby Knoll. Wait, where'd you go? Not that one. Damn it. There we go. FNA Dynasty. We were talking about the Dynasty League earlier. We haven't rolled it over yet. We have not rolled it over. But when we do, rest assured, right? Your team's going to be there. And we're rolling it over into all this. Your lineup is illegal and all that. Don't worry about it. It'll go away. You have your players. And if there's players that you don't see, check below your team. And you're like, oh, yeah, those are the guys. They're just sort of in like a minors. It's all right. We're going to fix the rosters. It's nothing to worry about. Yeah, that's Fantrax. That's the Fantrax update desk. Now, I don't know if anybody has anything to say. Probably not. But feel free to, chime in, chat, say something. You can add some discussion. I don't even know which league we should look at. There's really nothing to talk about. I mean, football, it's like, well, how many weeks out from the playoffs are we? Still like kind of midway through the season. We're not, this isn't, 2 games back. I'm out of it. When we got 5, I mean, we'll see. There's a lot of season to be sorted out. I mean, definitely I need to make roster moves. Like, look at this. 29 and a half. I mean, who's Montgomery Flea Market? Who the hell is this? I'm sorry, as the commissioner, I don't know who this is. I really don't want to like accidentally show somebody's email address. So that's just whomever, right? We'll just say Montgomery Flea Market. And then, of course, Bronson. So if you're in Bronny Company, you're not doing too well. That's kind of the Fantrax update desk. Oh, there's one more thing I can show you. Keenan's Crazy League. It's actually not called Keenan's Crazy League, but I just love it's arcade scoring. It's pretty ridiculous. Keenan, I love, I almost wish you would switch to Fantrax with your football, just so all of our leagues were, in the same place. But, God, your scoring stats are hilarious. They're just and again, arcade settings. This is hilarious. And I don't even think my team's doing all that well this week, but just the way these teams put up points, it's crazy. Okay, so here we go. I'm playing Brent, and share that with y'all. Share. And hopefully you can see that without doing infinity cam. Here we are. Let's look. Keenan's Kingdom. So look, I mean, everybody's got over 100 points. Pretty insane. Look at this. Keenan with 256 points. I think this is, who the hell is this? I forget who this is. End Zone Juggernaut. JD Man of Leisure. I don't know if that's our JD. JD, is that you? I mean, look at that. Look at that. Lots of scoring. But this is like seriously. I mean, look at this. And now, of course, here's the thing that like you never really like to see moves made. And it could be a little better than that. Now, again, no confusion here as to why these teams are doing so well. Look at that, 20 moves made. And Keenan, you and I, and Raiders and Brent, let's make a few more moves, especially you, Brent, that I'm playing. And Keenan, jeez. Look at this. Let's look at Keenan's team here real quick. Look at all those points. Look at these points. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, obviously, Odell, you expect 6 points. That's a nice game, but like, again, arcade settings. Oh, minus 15 on your defense. That's too bad. What a shame. Devontae Booker sitting there on the bench with 20 points. I mean, you got to admit, like, arcade scoring's fun. Here I am, bye weeks with Lamar Miller and Jesus. Really? How'd that happen? And this is why you always set your... Now, of course, it doesn't matter theoretically unless whomever I'm playing, Brent, has Monday night games, which does not appear that he does. So I've comfortably got this matchup, but good Lord, I mean, hello, set your team or make sure it's saved. Now, look at this here, see? When I go back to Yahoo Fantasy, this is why you can see you don't see my team listed. And you only get the fantasy games. So what does that mean? That means it's been that long since I've logged in, at least on this web browser. But of course, Fantrax is the site for all of our other. This is the only Yahoo league I have anymore. So I'll have to remember to make sure I'm signed in. And even the app is kind of a little weird about saving teams sometimes. So I really need to be a little more observant about that. We can all do better. I think we should all do better. It's all right. Let's get an in-game update here with the World Series, Game 5. David Price, hopefully over his little hiccup in the first inning. Again, this is a slow-moving game. We got a couple old guys with not exactly the best playoff reputation, let's say, postseason reputation with Kershaw and David Price. So right now, score still 2-1. We're rooting Red Sox. We want this thing over. I mean, Dodgers are just not a team I'm a fan of. D-backs. And then we go back to NFL Sunday night game. Woo! We get a Facebook portal ad. And we'll get a scoring update as soon as the shit starts again. But it's been a good game so far. I've actually watched a little bit more of the game than World Series. I guess I'm just sort of assuming the World Series is accounted for and done for. I don't know. It is pretty much do or die, so what do you think? Think it's over? I know JD and everybody, on the East Coast is like, come on, another World Series. Now, how do you feel about that? Like, James and I talked about this, I think, sometime this week. Like, you got a team that's traditionally not a winning team, and all of a sudden now you're like perennial winning, like a couple World Series, always big spenders, run properly. How do you feel like, is the World Series glow worn off? Is it just sort of expected? Like, are you really excited this year that you win the series? Or is it just like, it's another one. Pretty good. It was good. It was fun. Because nothing can compare to like, the Cubs winning the World Series or that, that longtime Red Sox win. I mean, D-backs haven't won since 2001. They haven't run their team properly and they don't spend the same kind of money. Of course, Dodgers have waited longer, but I'm just, I'm not like sad, partly because I know how poorly they run the team, but when things actually turn around, if they ever turn around, I'd still be excited, but it's not like somebody who had to wait generations, I guess. But again, Now that it's consistent, is it expected? Is it less exciting? Is that one still stand out and the rest are just sort of gravy? That's what I want to know, because obviously the D-backs have only ever won one championship. They haven't been around nearly that long, so that's my question. If you got an answer, leave a comment down below, please. And just a reminder, yeah, this is Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. I'm Tom. It's probably not the most exciting live stream hangout we've ever done, but it is a reminder that we do these Sunday night hangouts. We'll just keep them going until people start joining back in and getting back on the program. I'll probably cut it off here. It's been a nice little 45 minutes. I got some filet mignon I want to... And we're done. Rare. It's still mooing. I'd like to get after that. And, you know, it's just a reminder. We still hang out. We still talk fantasy sports. We still play fantasy sports. If you got any fantasy sports questions, feel free to hit up the website, fantasysportsaddicts.com, or hit me up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, word double, letter A, FSAA. You can always email, send me a text, whatever you like. I answer fantasy questions. I do my best anyways. Occasionally, the YouTube comments get lost, so if I've missed one, just remind me. And have a good Sunday. Enjoy your Game 5 of the World Series. We're going to take hopefully a nice long month off and get ready to draft again for baseball, or at least open the leagues, make some trades, prepare for our drafts, especially the dynasty leagues. I mean, that's going to be the fun stuff. We'll do things to announce draft picks for the redraft leagues. All that's going to be on fantrax.com. If you haven't tried fantrax.com, give it a shot, or at least check it out. They're pretty good to their managers. I don't get paid to talk about them or anything like that, but it's because I don't really get paid to know about fantasy. I just play fantasy. I'm not an expert. I just play a lot. I play one on TV. I'm like a TV doctor. I'm a fake fantasy expert or something. Anywho, yeah, just hit any one of us up. We haven't heard from Andrew. He's big Cards fan, big baseball guy at FantasyAid1. Try him out on Twitter. And again, everybody come on back by the website. Triss is gone. The fun is on. Party on. It's all good. FantasySportsAddicts.com. Close the Fantasy Sports Serenity Prayer. Fantasy gods, please grant me the serenity to set my ideal lineup. Courage to add drop aggressively. And the wisdom, as always, to keep grinding and making YouTube videos and good trades. Something like that. Anywho, enjoy your Saints Vikings. I think I need 2 televisions. Hopefully you have enough televisions to watch Sunday Night Football, which is tied in the World Series, which Red Sox currently lead 2-1. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully this week I got a Fantrax tutorial video coming for you, just a couple of Q&As, and I want to get some feedback since we've made the switch to Fantrax, how everybody's doing. And check that out this week. Yammering. Later.